In a quiet neighborhood lived a young girl named Amina. She was only 19 years old, beautiful, intelligent, and full of dreams. But more than anything else in the world, Amina dreamed of becoming a model. Every morning before the sun fully rose, Amina stood in front of the small mirror in her bedroom. She studied the way professional models walked. Then she practiced. Again, and again, and again. She walked across the small room like it was a grand fashion runway. Her posture straight, her head high, her confidence growing with every step. To anyone watching, it might have looked silly, but to Amina, this was preparation for her future. Whenever she had free time, Amina watched fashion shows on television. She studied every movement, every pose, every smile, every turn. She imagined herself on those same stages one day, with cameras flashing, crowds cheering, and her name known around the world. One day, an opportunity came. A local modeling contest was being held in the city. It wasn't a big event, but for Amina, it felt like the first step toward her dream. That evening, under bright stage lights, Amina stepped onto the runway. Her heart pounded in her chest, but she remembered all the hours she had practiced. She walked with confidence, graceful, elegant, determined. The audience watched closely. Some even clapped. But among the crowd, one man watched her very carefully. His name was Arturo, a well-dressed man with a confident smile. While others simply watched the show, Arturo studied Amina, like someone who had just found something valuable, something useful. When the contest ended, Arturo approached her. He complimented her performance. He told her she had something special, something rare. Then, he made an offer that sounded like a dream. Arturo claimed he worked for a modeling company in Europe. He told her girls like her became stars overseas. He promised her international modeling opportunities, fashion shows, fame, money, and a future she had always dreamed of. Even more surprising, he said he would sponsor everything: her passport, her visa, her flight, all completely free. To Amina, it felt like destiny had finally answered her prayers. That night, Amina told her parents everything. Her mother listened carefully. Her father asked many questions. The offer sounded too good to be true. And deep down, they were afraid. Why would a stranger offer such an opportunity for free? But Amina's excitement was impossible to ignore. Her dream had always been clear, and now it felt within reach. A few days later, Arturo visited their home personally. He spoke politely, confidently. He promised Amina would be safe. He promised she would become successful. Slowly, reluctantly, her parents agreed. They allowed their daughter to chase her dream. Soon after, Amina was given a location to meet before traveling. When she arrived, she noticed she wasn't alone. Several other young girls were already there, all beautiful, all hopeful, all dreaming of the same future. They were taken into a large private apartment. The building had strong security. At first, everything seemed normal. They were given food, comfortable rooms, and a place to stay. But there was one strange rule. They were not allowed to leave the apartment, and their phones were taken away. No calls, no messages, no contact with the outside world. Some girls became worried, but others believed it was simply part of the travel process. Amina tried to stay positive. After all, she was finally on the path to becoming a model. Days turned into weeks. The girls stayed inside the apartment waiting. Sometimes they talked about the future, about fashion shows, about fame, about the lives they imagined waiting for them in Europe. Then one morning, the news finally came. Their documents were ready, their flight had been arranged, and tomorrow they would leave for Europe. The apartment exploded with excitement. Girls hugged each other. Some even cried tears of joy. Amina couldn't stop smiling. Her dream was finally becoming real. The next day, they arrived at the airport. For some of the girls, it was their first time seeing an airplane. They laughed. They took photos. They talked about the glamorous lives they believed were waiting ahead. Soon, the plane took off, rising high above the clouds, carrying their dreams with it.